Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the 5th episode of recreating Coconut Mall in Theme Park Tycoon. If you guys remember from the last episode, we went ahead and started creating all of the shops that were on the left side wall up until the halfway point throughout the hallway, and as well went ahead and finished up the finishing touches of the end of the escalator at the start of the building. So for today, I'm not going to continue along the top side of the hallway, as I'm still getting suggestions from you guys of what kind of stores you may want to see. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be creating all of the shops along the first floor. All that's going to be done is for the bottom side of the second balcony. That is just going to be done in my own time, which next episode I will go ahead and show you guys the work that has been done on down there. But for the top balcony, it is going to be your guys' ideas of what shops you want to see there. But with all done and said, let's go ahead and continue into the episode. Now, the one good thing about this is that we're just simply able to go and copy it from the top because it is the exact same thing. But the only thing different really here with the wall is just going to be the color of the bottom here, as up top it is normally orange, but here we're just making it a nice blue. Now, just before we go ahead and get started on the shops, if it isn't clear, obviously there's one thing here that's a problem. There is no lights. So we're going to go ahead and add some lights. So the lights really want to go ahead and just be annoying, as they want to make everything look weird. And for some reason, there's no lights anywhere near, but somehow, I don't know how, this just is super bright. I don't know why. Yo, developers, fix the lights so they don't go through. Whoa! We're going to go and get started on creating the pretty much outlines of the shops along here. There are 4 stores that go along that section there before we get the entrance to the next part. And all 4 of those stores are the exact same size. And they just so happen to be the exact same design as a room up here. So guys, what are we going to do? We're going to copy it all the way over here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that the wall along here is already done, so we could just go ahead and keep on copying and pasting this store like 3 more times along here. And now since everything here is grouped, we could just copy and paste this multiple times. Since we are doing on one side, we'll also go ahead and decide to do it on the other, as they are literally the exact same. There really isn't anything different here. These are all of the stores that are going to be down on the bottom floor. Yes, there is a lot. I did say we were only going to be doing 9, in which, yes, we are only going to be doing 9 because there's no way we could fit however many this is into a single video. If you guys want to see all of these other rooms decorated, it won't be a video sadly because that'll take way too long. Let me know down in the comments. Now in the actual game, the third shop here and the second shop here are both the same shops as 2 of the ones that are up top here. But that is the first of the 9 rooms. Now we're just going to get onto the second one that is the same, which is going to be the Dino Camping Store. We just copy literally everything and we bring it into this store. But now with those 2 done, let's finally go ahead and get started on the new store. Now basically what this store is going to be, it's pretty much like its own, I guess you go ahead and call it, marine store, where you can get something that's, I don't know, water related. But really just having a fountain here, it would be solid. It's something to add in, making something water related like Scooby gear or something like that, that's really difficult for obvious reasons. Now, this most definitely looks a lot better. It's more blue, it blends in for what a seabed would look like. I don't even know what a seabed is. But I think another solid thing that we could add into here would be a surfboard. I think it'll be fine if it's not. We'll see if we can find a way to change it, but for now this is exactly what we're going to be doing. Now, I think something like this would go ahead and work. Can't really do too much with a surfboard, so we're just going to go with this. We're going to have these as different colors. Obviously, of course, no one wants it to just be a single color. That just looks plain and boring. We're going to go ahead and add a couple barrels. It fits in with the watery scenery. And that will go ahead and do it for Waluigi's seabed, a fountain, and really just some surfboards. There really isn't much here, also because we don't have a lot of space anyways. Now moving on to the second one, what we're going to do for this one, we're going to go ahead and make this a candy shop. Now in Theme Park Tycoon, they don't really have many candy items, but they do have one that fits really well. Now we're not going to paint it the exact same color as this, a candy bucket, so we're going to go ahead and make it blend in with the orange. But now finally, what's going to be in here? I don't know why, but it's going to be candy canes. That's what we're doing, so yeah. Sadly can't paint them orange to make it match the color, but that's alright. So apparently we can't make any more than this because, well, for some reason, we can't add any more objects because there's too many. Now there is actually one more thing I want to go ahead and add. It's going to take a minute, but I'll show you guys when that is done. If now it isn't obvious to see what exactly I'm making, well, I don't know what world you live in, but we are making ourselves gingerbread cookies. We're just going to make some crates along here so the gingerbread can go ahead and just stand up on them. And now that I think that is pretty solid for the candy store, we can't add a second barrel in here because there's too many objects apparently. But I think this is solid. Candy canes, lollipops, and gingerbread cookies. This looks nice. I like it. But that's all said and done for this one, so let's go ahead and move on to the last one on the right side. Now, if it isn't obvious what this is, well, I don't know if you've been living under a rock. That's going to be a tire store because, well, we have to think of a whole bunch of stores along here. And the nice thing about this one is pretty easy as well. It's tires, and guess what? We have tires. Now, for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the little garage thing that we had from the toy store up there. And we're going to use it as a little thing that we can go ahead and store the tires in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really nothing much to go ahead and add. It's a tire store. I mean, what more do you want? And for the color change, I think this looks solid. Now, for the first one that's going to be on the left side, if it isn't obvious by the banner already, this is going to go ahead and be a paint store. Now, the one with this is going to be pretty simple, and it's actually going to be just funny because it's just going to really be a bunch of images on canvases through across pretty much both sides. So let's just do that real quick. Well, that took a lot longer than it should have, but that is literally just it. I didn't go ahead and make you guys watch because all it really is just placing a whole bunch of these banner stores, but instead they're what we call paintings. So I went ahead and just made sure to skip through it. I like it. It looks solid. Let's move on to the next one. Now, what we're going to do for this one, if you could take a look at this, is going to be some kind of a metal or ore shop. We're not going to really make it a jewelry store because the primitives that we use just cannot go that small. So instead, all we're going to do is just make pretty much nice basic ores. Like small area of just different ores. I don't really know exactly, but it looks fine. It looks solid. This isn't what's going to be on the right side. For the right side, we'll do something a bit different and a bit more cool. I'm actually going to go ahead and make custom gems, which that's going to take a while. So I'm going to go ahead and first fiddle around with how it works and see if we can make something of it. Now, guys, I want you to tell me, does that not look absolutely insane? This looks insane. The foil wrap, it gives it that nice shininess that any kind of diamond would use. The glow of it, it's beautiful. Oh my. All we're going to do with this podium right here is put this right on top. Now, let's get the second one, which is going to be emerald. From afar, it does look like a book, but then when you take a look closer, it does look pretty solid. The diamond still is my favorite. This is really insane. And there we go. Ruby is finished. It is pretty much the exact same as the diamond. This diamond is absolutely incredible. I really love this. We're going to get on to the third and second to last store before we reach this barrier here. Now, pretty much for this store, we're not going to be needing these as we're going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to make this a nice yellow and then as well paint this over to make it a blue countertop. Now, basically all this one here is going to be, we're going to go ahead and make some kind of a vending machine how it normally would be, but it's not going to be an actual vending machine. It's just going to go ahead and be a place where we can store drinks. Now we're going to make these as cylinders to pretty much act as cans. Now we're just going to give these all colors, such as here for Sprite. Here we got Coke. Here we got Pepsi, and here we got Fanta, I guess. That's what we're going to go with. Fanta's there. And now there we go. That looks really nice. I really do like this. It looks solid. Now all these lines are doing, they're just making it simply look a little more real, as making it look like the cabinets are actually there. Now here we're just going to go ahead and put like a couple drinks down. And pretty much there we go. This little drink shop, I like it. It looks really solid. The vending machine really does go ahead and take the cake here. But without further ado, the final shop right here before this barrier ends. This is going to be a simple, nice flower shop. Now, the reason we are doing this one as one of them is because it is a nice throwback to the first episode. Whereas if you did go ahead and actually watch that, you'll remember this here is the flower bed that we used to create the flowers that were outside in the parking lot. We're going to go ahead and make a couple red and a couple blue. Alright, and now just gonna add in the final finishing touches, which is gonna go ahead and be the main banner. Everything does here look solid. There isn't obviously much in here. It's flowers, like, I mean, it's just flowers. But even though it is super small, it's a nice, simple way to go ahead and finish this last shop. And for all these other stores that haven't had anything done to them, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I did in the next episode when we are working on the stores that you guys decided to go ahead and choose what should be up there. And either I'm going to make maybe 1 or 2 custom stores in here, and then add the rest as ones we've already done, or I'm just going to go ahead and leave the ones that are further over in the corner as just how they originally are in the game, just some glass, and there's nothing really in there, it's just blank. But I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap it up here for today, folks. If you guys could please consider liking and subscribing. It shows a massive amount of support and tells me you guys really like this kind of content and you want to keep on seeing even more of this. And it also shows that I'm not doing all of this hard work just for waste. So thanks again for all of your guys' support, and I will go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.